Coach, how's Clay Johnston doing?
He's doing well. Had a really nice scrimmage the other day. Starting to learn the details of the defense and be able to play faster. So we're excited about him.
Okay, is he all the way back physically?
Oh, you know what? It's training camp, and there's not a guy out here who's all the way back physically. So no for everybody, but they're all fighting hard.
With that nickel position, you guys are using kind of Henry Black, maybe Blake Lynch a little bit. What is their role in that? Or would you call them linebackers, or is that like a different position, nickel?
Yeah, so, the NFL's base defense is nickel. And those guys, they want to be pros, and we want pros to come play here and play that position. So they got to be able to play the run and play the pass. And that's what they got to do at the next level. They got to be able to cover a wide out and cover all that field space. So they're really good candidates for that. They're getting better.
Does his size concern you at all trying to play a linebacker spot?
Who's that?
Henry Black.
Henry's?
Yeah.
No, I mean, if you look at the NFL linebackers, most of the teams in the 4-3 you're playing with, they're around 6 foot. They're not 250 pounds anymore. They're fast. They got to be fast against these offenses. So I think his size is fine. He's a strong kid. He's a tough kid too. So he's okay.
How much can you continue to find what niche Blake Lynch has before you fry his brain?
I don't know if I understand that question.
You're putting too much on him.
No, he's a bright kid. He studies, and the safety position is very similar to where he's playing. We ask the safety a lot of times in the defense to drop down, inside, outside, all over the place, a lot like he's doing. So there's really not much new teaching for him.
What have you seen from Ashton Logan?
Ashton's the epitome right now of just buy into the process, one day at a time. If you come into some adversity as a freshman, like all freshmen do, classes and homesick and all that, just keep coming back every day. And he is getting better every day. He's strong. He's a strong kid, really physical, got strong hands, really moves well. He's a guy that hopefully he can help us and add depth at some point. But he's showing up a little bit, which is encouraging.
Phil says he likes to play guys about 50 snaps a game. Do you have the depth at linebacker right now to kind of do that, you think?
Yeah, we do. Especially with Blake and Henry in the room. We've got a bunch of guys who have had a lot of game experience, and we can definitely rotate people in there and get them 30 to 50 snaps and have another guy play the rest of the game. So we have plenty of depth to do that. And the guys that are, there's no twos, there's no threes. They're ready to go in. I mean, these guys prepare hard. They always prepare as a starter.
How far has Jalen Reagor come since last year?
Unbelievable. I mean, I think the first day he came out to linebacker in off-season drills last year, I think he was like, who is this guy? And now there's no way I'm playing for him. I think I told him to go back to high school in so many words. But I love coaching Jalen, and he's one of the toughest-minded kids in the room. Just takes the coaching no matter how it comes at him. And when he says yes, sir, he really means it. He listens and he responds. And just a tough-minded kid.
Coach, what have you seen from Ross?
Ross, you been out there?
That linebacker?
Oh, well, we're trying to get him better to tackle at long snapper.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Make him a really good tackle at long snapper. He's a good football player, so we'll use Ross any way we can. Short snaps, long snaps. He's going to play special teams. He's a really good football player, but he's just got instincts in football, and now he's trying to learn some different positions just to give himself some more, just some more diversity as a player.
Coach, how do you replace Taylor Young?
You know what? I miss Taylor, and we all miss Taylor. But I've always found there's nobody that's irreplaceable. Right? You can just the next guy steps up. Just like when someone gets hurt, the next guy steps up. But his leadership as a guy that's had played so many games and had been around different changeovers and had been mentally tough enough to stay with us through the changeover. That's what I miss. And then, but other than that, the next guy will step up and we'll find a way to make him make plays. But I miss the kid, but you can't ever think about that as as a coach, or else you should just quit.
Who takes over that leadership void in your room?
Clay, and it's really not a vocal thing. It's really who's going to play hard, and and the brand that we want out there, who's going to live up to that? That's the leadership for us right now. So Jordan has had a phenomenal camp in terms of doing the things the way that the program wants to do them as a player. And Clay's come on well, Ross, everybody. I mean, there's different ways to lead that room, and they're all kind of working together. So it's a good group.
Does the vocal thing kind of come later for guys once you kind of get into games?
Yeah, I think it comes with trust and comfort in the relationship with the guy next to you, so that you don't have any hesitation hollering at him about an assignment, and you don't have any feelings when he does it to you. So I think that's chemistry that people talk about. That it takes time. I don't think that's something you can generate on your own. I think it takes time.
With the high, spread offenses in the Big 12 and just the wide open, does it force you to play linebacker differently, or do you just kind of do what you do and make the other team adjust?
I think the biggest thing that's changed is the RPOs in the last 5 years. So that's probably it. Other than that, you've got to be able to key, run, and strike and get off blocks, and in every scheme. And then you ask about Henry's size. We need guys that can run, because the spread offenses just put the ball out in a lot of space. So you need a guy that can get it down pretty quick.